Alright, so again, don't really expect too many people to need help playing a Frost Deathknight. This one will be shorter than my last video. I'm going to just kind of go over what I normally do in an arena. I mean, you can kind of extrapolate this to being in PvE or whatever, but honestly, PvE is kind of just about a priority. If you have Killing Machine, use Obliterate. If you don't, use Froststrike. So PvP is a lot like that. And my opener, generally, I will go ahead and just macro my Pillar of Frost to my Outbreak, and I will just go hit shit. So I kind of do this in PvP more than I do in PvE. I don't really wait for the Killing Machine procs because sometimes they just don't come. You do at the same time want to kind of keep track of them, make sure that you are waiting for them. I honestly don't know how I haven't gotten one yet though. There we go. And also keep in mind, when you are using a two-handed weapon, your Killing Machine is pretty much always going to be better if you take these out. You're pretty much, sorry, it's not pretty much always going to be better. It is always going to be better if you are using your Killing Machines on Obliterate, mainly because Killing Machine with a two-hander makes Obliterate more powerful. Alright, anyway, so your main rotation is always just going to be... Give me a second. Yeah. Start out with the Pillar of Frost and Outbreak if you are going to open on that target. Just kind of go through, use your procs as you get them. Just spam the shit out of Froststrike. Notice Runic Corruption come up and bring your runes back faster. You want Runic Corruption come up as much as possible. Now keep in mind in PvP, you're looking out for a lot of things. If you see a cast bar, you have to Mind Freeze. Mind Freeze should always be on your mind. If you're going against a healer, if you're going against anything. If you're going against something that can cast and it's casting out of its main tree, you should definitely try to Mind Freeze it. If a Shadow Priest casts anything from the Shadow Tree, Mind Freeze it. If it casts anything from the Holy Tree, you might want to Mind Freeze it. Kind of depends if you're going to be able to kill it. So that is honestly what Frost Deathknight is all about. You just go up there and you Obliterate, you Froststrike, you keep them close to you. Now, there are a few things to kind of keep in mind when you are PvPing though, especially with your bonuses. Your first bonus is using Death Grip increases the damage of your next special attack by 25%. So, let me just smack this thing, get a proc, you know. Alright, 643. I had something proc, so I'll take that away. Now I'm going to get another proc. Proc. There we go. Death Grip. Does that work? God damn it. I can't Death Grip these stupid things. Either way, imagine 643,000 times 125%. And then bring that down, you know, probably like 64,000. You will hit 60,000 Obliterates against people after you Death Grip them. Hell, you'll hit them sometimes before you Death Grip them. Either way, you want to keep track of that because you will want to use your Death Grip to peel at the same time. If you're on a target and he's getting away, Death Grip into you, use a proc, it will hit for a lot. Your next one is when you have Freezing Fog active, your next Howling Blast will increase frost damage taken on all targets by 10% for 8 seconds. Pretty much. Let me find it in here. Can I find it in here? No, I can't find it here. Are you kidding? Either way, basically when you have a proc for your Howling Blast, you're going to be able to... let's see if I can just get one. I'm out of range. There it is. Boom. Use that. Biting Cold, frost damage taken increased by 10%. So you're going to want to use your Howling Blast pretty much as soon as you get it, especially if you're going for a huge attack. So the one thing you really want to keep track of though, when you use a DK, you are working off a lot of procs. See that proc, bam, 770k, bam, 760k. You want to stack these as much as possible. So when you have your PvP trinkets up, this one's going to proc pretty much when it can. 505 strength will pretty much proc the first few seconds you're in combat. This one I have macro to my Pillar of Frost as well for versatility. Also, you'll have Rune of the Fallen Crusader. Keep track of these procs. Like, in the heat of battle, generally, most people just kind of swing their weapon, and as a Frost Deathknight, that's okay. But keep in mind that if you have all three of those procs active, and you Death Grip them, that Obliterate's going to hit for 60, 70,000 damage, even with this crappy gear on. Like, it is a huge deal. You have to keep track of that. Also, like I said, I'm using Unholy Blight, so when I do use Unholy Blight, it stacks it up. When your outbreak will last for 30 seconds, it will fall off. You have a 1 minute cooldown on outbreak, which means 30 seconds having to apply your dots manually, unless you get procs for Howling Blast, which is, that's awesome. You always want procs for Howling Blast, but that's not really my point. So either way, using Unholy Blight is really nice when your dots completely fall off, when you want to hit multiple targets at once, when you want to stack the dots. It's just kind of what you do. Honestly, Frost is the simplest crap to play. I don't really know how to tell you any better than what I've told you in these like 5 minutes. So it'll be much more beneficial to kind of watch the next videos with Arena so I can kind of tell you what I did as I did them. So with that in mind, at 6-ish minutes, I'll be cutting this off. And you can ask me any questions you need to in the comments section. I'll come back and answer anything you might ask, hopefully, and hopefully enjoy the next part of the videos.